You already know, easier to chosen. This is not, well, this is for everybody, but it's mainly for my ops and a warning for your the new way y'all doing things because y'all know what's going on. Y'all know y'all can't get close to me. Y'all know y'all can't defeat me. So now people, chosens, they setting people up, people that's foolish, people that's greedy, to come near me and be part of their plan, not knowing who I am, that I'm protected by the divine Holy Spirit, God Himself, Jesus Himself, the Holy Spirit, and all the angels of heaven, including your own ancestors. They know God's will is absolute. They know God's will is right, even if they did live wrong in the past. Right? Going through this experience we call life multiple times. Not everybody, but a lot of us. They using your greed and your ignorance to be a part of their plan and, plot against me and to try to come near me. And, so if I let you in, they could feed off of my energy through you, which they also feeding off your energy if they feeding off my energy that is being given to you. And if they feeding off of you to get me, you know what it is. They feeding off of you. And at the end of the day, they're going to do what they've been doing before they got caught. And how they got caught is because they couldn't have me. And when that happened, they had to change the game up. The best way is what you call I don't know, I got their mouth watering. I taste so good for some reason to them, especially if I'm in turmoil. But that would never happen anymore. And I'm telling y'all that it's the truth. And if it ain't the truth, out my mouth is going to be prophesied. My words is powerful, so I'm saying it. So it shall be. I'm here to do my job. I don't care what I got to go through, what I got to learn. I really want stuff to be instant because I do have the understanding, but it's the process, and you're supposed to, enjoy the ride or what have you. My spiritual side, my higher self, agrees with it 100%. But my vessel, that, we all move around and experiencing, I would say I have given it, or the spirit has given it, or in my ignorance, I have given it a lot of control without realizing it. And it's it's a wrestling match. It's a wrestling match. And I don't, God forgive me if I'm saying something wrong, but it brings me to I don't know exactly where it's at, but it brings me to the story where somebody was wrestling God. Not in a bad way, but, I'm trying to understand it, what you call, going through the emotions, feeling, bending, being restricted, maybe even being stopped, but you constantly going through it for hours and hours, or day by day, on a constant. you get the mechanics of it. You'll start to learn how to avoid certain stuff before it even happened, because by the time you put yourself in that position, you already know what their move is going to be or what they could do, so you automatically be on the defense on that at the same time as doing what you're doing. All right, it's like pushing hands, sticky hands, Wing Chun. It's the constant touch, the sensation, the movement, the mechanics of the body, knowing that you're going to be able to predict it while you in motion, and able to what you call while you in motion to fluently go do the opposite or change motion, unconsciously, especially if you train it like that. Which a lot of stuff that we train the body to do, it actually does unconsciously or subconsciously. All right, you gotta catch that. You gotta catch, that's the test. That's one of the testers. Not even one of the testers, but that's the main test of all tests. Knowing how to bend, knowing how to roll, know how to push against when it's least resistance, and when it's too much resistance, learn how to be still and let it wear itself out against your stillness. All right? Don't be fools. See my face, and even if it ain't my face, if anybody is coming up to you, asking you to do something like that, to anybody, 9 times out of 10, especially in 2024, is going against God Himself. And the reason why I say that, because His chosen is God Himself. There's pieces of Him that's here to do their part to wake up the rest. I hope my words woke some of y'all up, and if it didn't, still, what you call, I have sympathy and sorrowful for you, because we all ignorant to a certain extent. Nobody knows everything, and all informations evolve. Say thank you for the information that you had. It allowed you to get to wherever wherever it sustained you at. But the new information that is truth, that is sound, it's concrete. We would say cornerstone, adding on to the cornerstone, matching completely the cornerstone. That's what they mean, cornerstone or foundation. However strong the foundation is, the rest of the house is supposed to be is equally as strong. Right? I want to thank my God, God, Jesus, all the archangels, all the ancestors. And I mean all the ancestors, not just my so-called bloodline. We all come from one. We all are one. What happens to you happens to me. What happens to me happens to you. Think about that. Think about the laws that what you call is being passed. We want to be earlier. We don't want the I don't mean to be offensive or whatever, because I read LBQ, whatever, TQ, whatever, and not being disrespectful. I got family like that I love, for real, hung out whenever they in the city. I'm the chaperone. I done been through, seen shit that a straight man really shouldn't fucking have said. But it is what it is, as you call it, as long as I was also protected as I was protecting, as you call everybody know, who my family is. She's the mother of House of Revlon, Pocahontas, Lisa Revlon. I know the father Tony. I know legends that you call it in that. Bulls, been to Bulls and all types of shit. Uh, I love my cousin. Love the people that I met from her. The cool so called. I met a lot of cool individuals. A lot of cool individuals. Right. Um. So y'all can't throw that in my face at all because she'll fuck around and tell you herself. They will speak out themselves. Cause I dropped names before. All right. Some of them ain't here, but what you call it, I dropped names, and I could still drop names. All right. In my hood and what you call in other states. I have no bias against no religion, no race, no as long as you cool, I'm cool. And even if you ain't cool, just let me know that we ain't cool, and I'll make it my business to stay out of your presence or try to stay out. But don't get it twisted that I'm fearing you or whatever. It just or I have something that you could avoid, right? You avoid something, avoid it. Because when you get caught up, it's ongoing. It's a chain reaction until somebody gets smart enough to break it or try to break it or be. Just fair warning. Uh, Guard it. And this is for the ones that's the main culprits that's doing this to these innocent people and using people with bad intentions because of the knowledge that they had and will to be able to be over and manipulate for these people to allow them to be controlled or to give up their power to be controlled. Assassins got to worry about other assassins, even if they are so-called friends. They can love each other, but still got to worry about each other because of their profession. And what better way, what you call it, to get at you is through a loved one. It's the least person that you expect to go down at, to come at you that way, especially if you have mad love for that individual. Right? My ops, they feeling that I'm cold-hearted. How can I be cold-hearted when they did what they did? They still trying to kill me, but I'm cold-hearted. They sick because of what they did. I didn't tell them to lay down who they lay down with. I didn't tell them what you call it, to be nasty the way, but yet that's my fault. I didn't tell them to join the party that was already told that what you call it, that I'm really hated in my neighborhood, secretly, openly and secretly. Y'all was told. I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie. There's no reason for it. I just want to give fair warning where fair warning is deserved. I didn't know it was going down as far as this witchcraft shit. I was just, on the 3D with it. That's where I was. 5D was far from my worries. Even though what you call it, I do believe in a God and try to walk in that light the best way I can. And a lot of it is easy. So I don't understand what's so hard to, treat somebody that how you would want to be treated. For real. For real. Y'all never believe that y'all ever be in the predicament or what you call experience the things that you going through. But yet y'all that you call, casted that on other people. And then you got some that they so fucked up they can't live with themselves. They gotta cast their energy on you and let you fight battles that you already fought for them. And still, at the end of the day, you can slay the demon, but the demon will always pop back up on them for the simple fact they didn't slay the demon. It's still a part of them, so it rejuvenates. So that's just a waste of time, or at least a waste of time in my energy. I just made 49 this year in April. And I've been going through this since childhood, since coming out the womb, not knowing none of this stuff, but yet survived with God's grace, with Jesus' grace. But now I know, and I'm searching for all information. All information. All information is good information. Believe that. Understand that. Understand that. But first thing first, know you. Do what I ask. And, I'm not nobody's father. I'm not nobody's mother. But, for real, go to the numerology calculator, do what they ask you. It's a free version, and then if you want them to go real deep, you have to pay whatever the amount that they asking for. But that's on you. But the initial information will set you on your path. You won't be able to know what you're reading. Even the stuff that they say that you should worry about. You might be caught up in already. But at least it gives you the head up. It tugged on your shoulder or shed some light on that. Like, hold on, is that true? Let me see. Oh shit, yeah. Let me put a check on that. Let me start watching that. Let me start reprogramming that. All right. Who don't want that? Everybody needs that. Everybody needs that tap on. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes. Because your brother is you. Am I my sister keeper? Yes, because your sister is you. Are you your mother's keeper? Yes, because your mother is you. Father, and so on. We all are the same body. For real. I need y'all to think of it as the human body. In the human body, how many different organs that do different things? That's every animal, every tree, every rock. Is a part of a body. It's an organ. It's whatever organ you want to start with, what you call laboring, whatever. But everything, ants, what you call the smallest things on the planet to the largest things, it's all part of one body. You could say the ants is the cells. Like I said, we could go far with it. And then if you want to go to the stuff that's even smaller than the ants, those are the nuclei, the bits and pieces that generate the cells. Without those, like I said, I know y'all getting the picture or should get the picture. It ain't nothing profound that I'm really saying or using big words or trying to confuse anybody or anything. For real. Look up nature. What do they say? What you call think of any species? What do the world go through? It goes through some type of trauma. It goes through chaos before it balances out, and then it's a new balance. It ain't really balanced. It's a new balance, which threw everything else off, and after that threw off, they had to recalibrate and so on. It's a chain reaction, just like when you get sick. It's a chain reaction in your body. So this did what you call this did something that did what you call that affected that you because it wasn't taken care of. That got even more affected. Now these two are working together to start working on another part of the body, and so on. Health is important. That's one of the reasons why they say love thyself. Another reason about taking care of yourself and eating right and staying healthy is because your body is the holy temple, is your church, is where God comes in and resides and stuff like that. Really, really try to think about that. It's not that he wants you to not what you call it, to be goody goody and what you call it. No. How can he come in a sloppy, or why would he want to come in a sloppy house? Not saying he couldn't, but he's not gonna come in. He'll knock at the door and what you call. Hopefully you answer, and he'll enlighten you, and you know you'll start cleaning out what you need to clean out for to be able to allow him in. And that's all he asking. Clean it up. He's not saying you have to be perfect. We all fall. We know we in these bodies. He know what these bodies do. Remember, he can put himself in the body also to experience it. So we really have no excuses. And that was another thing I had a problem with. I didn't have a problem with, but in my head, even if I didn't do it in prayer, and that's how I know what you call that. Thoughts is prayer, no matter what you do. Even if you're not either saying God, Heavenly Father, if it's a wicked thought, it's a wicked prayer. If it's a positive thought, it's a positive prayer. Even if it's a questionable one will get answered. You will be enlightened. You will get a feeling. You will get what you call a confirmation, or the same thing that you was talking about will either happen in front of you, appear on the TV, you will hear it on the radio, or somebody you'll be walking by and somebody else, the two other individuals or more might be having that same conversation, and you will get your answer. And it will be done multiple times until what you call you hear it until, and then even if they don't, if they constantly trying to give it to you and you ain't hearing it, they will get tired and just leave that alone because your thoughts would have did 100 other prayers, knowingly and unknowingly, that want answers. You want to get them, yeah. So that's another rule. Constantly positive thinking, constantly love thinking, constant constructive and controlled thoughts, because all of us get random thoughts. But just know the negative thoughts is that devil. Is really that devil angel or that demon that's supposed to be sitting on one of your shoulders, and then the other side will be for the angel. Said it in the last video. Both of those. It is an angel, and it is a demon or a devil on the opposite side. And you stuck in the middle. You that needle, or you to stand those scales on your shoulder. Remember, look at the body. If you're standing straight up, what you call, they sit on both of your shoulders. Those are the scales. That you call, on top of the scale, they got the little bulb. It's your head. And then you got this, put your arm out both ways. You got those stems. Which way you going to? If you go this way, where your head go? If you go this way, where your head go? The needle. And reason, I know a lot of people might be bugging out, like, is what he said true, or this nigga is smoking? He just something wrong with that nigga brain. But think about it. If you have an evil thought, 9 times out of 10 it came out your heart. Evil comes out the heart, just like love come out the heart. Now, if you constantly pulling evil out of your heart, where the scale is tempered, when God come to test your heart, it's tipping somewhere. When you touch it, he gonna say this is not light, or when death touch it, he gonna say this is not light as a feather, not at all. And if it's sitting on what you call the good side and it's tipping that way, he's gonna give you a pass, because what can he say? He's like, yo, you totally on the right side. He's like, I'll fuck around and lose my job trying to come at you, do some dumb shit to you. So when I tell you, even if you call it is heavy, but it's heavy with good, it's heavy with love, it's heavy with respect, it's heavy with caring, empathy. Those are all good things. Knowledge, understanding, patience, generosity, selflessness. Who or what on any dimension, any planet, any imaginary place that you want to create, and remember, when you create it, it becomes real, will go against, or really by themselves, not hiding behind nobody, but truthfully throw that first stone, do that first stab, do that first shot. Will there be people out there to do something like that? Truthfully, yes. But at the same time, we all will know who that person really is. That individual, knowing that he's definitely a sinner, she's definitely a sinner, in all types of ways, knowing and unknowingly, just because you in this vehicle and was raised in this plane, even with your spiritual knowledge, you still being tested, or was tested, because all gifts come from God. The knowledge that you had came from God, but it's how you used it that made it against God. And he kept on giving you time. He kept on giving you grace. He even gave you warnings. Especially when y'all ran into what y'all didn't want to run into. And that's the chosen one. Because no chosen one will fall. You caught some good, loving people, but you didn't catch no chosen. Because we're here to do a job. So chosen, there's no worries. Take my word for it. I'm shooting shots. I'm shooting spiritual shots at the government, FBI, what you call it, the jujitsu system, the cops, whatever, whoever. Y'all wrong. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know God is real. And if y'all didn't, y'all shitting bricks. And y'all was told the devil is a liar. The devil will give you illusions. And that's what y'all was fed. He gave you a delusion of grandeur. Gave you a delusion of being stronger or above God. Or that what you call whoever you thought you was on God, level. Where you didn't have to answer to him at the end of the day. History, folklore, legend, fairy tale, all come from history. It's just that those people that was there are no longer here. And the ones that they left it to is no longer here. And the ones they left it to is no longer here. So it dwindled and dwindled and dwindled because the devil was doing whatever he could do to break up the families, to mess up the history of what you call the world timeline and story. And through the Bible, we know that we had more than one restart to the planet. So a lot of knowledge was lost. That was supposed to be lost. But by, also family, which we really can't do nothing about. God got to do it, Daddy got to spank and chastise. We could fight him. We could fight him. We could punch him in his face. We could, get into a wrestling match, and that's what siblings do. We get it crunk, but at the end of the day, we family. God is not gonna allow me to kill him, and he's not gonna be allowed to kill me, as y'all are finding out. Just look at him as a older stupid brother or older stupid sister, because he could be man or female. For real, it's whoever mine eye is seeing him. Remember, he's a trickster. He could take all forms. He could do whatever and he ain't trapped in a body, or he's not riding in the vehicle. He's running around spiritually and putting his demons, or the ones that followed him, into the bodies, and not even they choosing to jump in whoever. Cause the spirits need a body. They don't like roaming the way they roam. They don't feel nothing. They don't smell nothing. They don't taste nothing. When it's like that, they need a body. And what better body to have than is a human that is foolish, ignorant, greedy, ambitious, entitled, self-absorbed. That's not how we was made. Somewhere down the line, that's how we was programmed. Or like I said, he kept on. He got whoever he got. That person started working on other people. They fell. A couple of them fell, and it's the web. It's the pyramid scheme. That's how all that went down. And then we talking about generations of it. I would like to, meet some of the elders of whatever, heritage, race, whatever. As long as we could communicate, that's all I care about. I would like to hear your knowledge, hear your wisdom, learn something, learn something that needs to be learned, learn something that needs to be kept alive in every sense of the word. Like in Lords of the Ring, when she don't, in the beginning, you had that female talking about this, the 9 rings, and then the one that controlled the 9 rings, and the knowledge or the knowing that shouldn't have been forgotten about when the ring got, came off the God family and went into the lake before Gollum found it. Certain things shouldn't be forgotten. Should always be passed down, especially the light. I don't know how, well, I can't even say that because we here. So the light was always here. It might have, look a little dim to us, but it's here. It's gaining oxygen, gaining fuel. We grabbing each other, we coming together, and we are eternal fuel. We're a fuel that don't burn out. And the ones that that get woken and attach themselves to us, and it's called the calling and walking with God, they charged, they get charged, and so on and so on. It's a domino effect. Let's get this. Only thing I can do, only thing I can do is speak, and speak powerfully. You could take any animal to water, but if they ain't thirsty or they don't want to drink, they ain't going to drink. You can't make them drink. And that's their folly, not yours. But I understand you should definitely if you can, take some water with you. Because when you get back on it and decide to, keep moving, and it's decide to do its job, and there's no water around, and it needs water, it's gonna perish, and you're gonna have to hoof it the rest of the way, either with all the baggage that you acquired and have strapped onto your vehicle, or you're gonna lose you're gonna leave a lot of the stuff that had value or some type of value to you, or some type of use to you. Because if it wasn't a use or had value to you, it wouldn't be with you. So it'll be a major setback. So be wise, or stay until the animal decides to drink, and then when you know it's full, y'all get the move. Right? And if you smart, if the animal ain't drinking, the animal's trying to tell you something without telling you something. Take a break. Don't worry about it. I'm here. I know this is the only water here around. I know more than you know. I can smell water. When you pass out, I can mess around and take you to water. All right? No animal is dumb. They all have a consciousness. Some of us that come back as animals. And I mean all animals. All animals is somebody, grandmother, aunt, what you call distant cousin, for generations that was forgotten about. That's doing a different experience. And even them have good, have evil, and they working with us. Like I said, everything is intent. It's the part of the body. Open your eyes. Start researching. It's an ecosystem. And the ecosystem is whole. It's not just for whatever you want to study. And when you study it, you study yourself. And that's whatever you study. Thank God for the knowledge. Thank God for the blessing. Thanks God for being in me. Even though my house is not as clean as it could be, and I'm talking about my temple, not my house. My temple, my inner temple. I smoke cigarettes, I smoke weed. I drink every now and then, but I mostly smoke weed and cigarettes. I used to do other things, but put an end to that, and in God's timing, and God's, it's the time and the place for everything, and that too shall pass, the cigarettes and the smoke, you know. Anything it's going to do is make God to be able to come in my house and come deep into my house and really start shining. You might blow the door, blow the glass and the doors off the hinges with the light that he gonna be able to put out when I do that. So that's one of my ambitions. I get frustrated when I feel I failed him, but I didn't fail him. I failed myself, especially when you fix your mouth to say certain things. You know, but still do it because you prophesying, believe it or not. The more you do it, the more you keep on saying that positive thing. I want to stop smoking cigarettes. I want to stop smoking weed. Or I have stopped smoking cigarettes. I have stopped smoking weed. And just get that on a constant, that you call it, saying that on a regular, where it's on your brain like that your subconscious, is getting it. Say it in the mirror, say it into a camera. It's you talking to you. That's all the time. That angel and demon, that's you. That's both sides of you. Who you gonna follow? Who you gonna let, have the upper hand? The choice is yours. There's a rule book out there of right and wrong. And even if you haven't got the rule book, your inner, your knowing tells you when something don't feel right, it means it's wrong. Something is wrong. It means something is bad. Because when something is right, it's a beautiful feeling. Let's stop making things complicated. Awkward, funny, indifferent feelings are bad. You shouldn't be doing it, or it should, whoever is doing it is not living like how they're supposed to be living. And that's just the truth. Just like the saying that you see the flags and you know it's your ass at the end of the day. Because it will bite you. Because the flags will be will be waved. Red, green, yellow, white. For real. When those red flags flash, acknowledge them. Bring it, bring it to the forefront. Let it know it's been seen. That what you call that. You don't know why it came out, but what you call it was all alarm to you. To give them grace to try to correct that if they didn't mean to do whatever they did. But if they meant it, they will do it again. So just be on point. Not looking for it, but on point when it happens again. You did that again. Okay, well, now I know who you are and how to deal with you. And if I continue to deal with you and continue to allow you to do what you do, what that is rattling me, bothering me, making me want to say something, making me want to fuck around, put hands on you or something like that. Not saying that would be my intent, but when a person is hurting you and you trying to be, civil and okay, let's talk about this. What is going on? Because I could hurt you too. And 9 times out of 10, when if somebody hurts you, you want to hurt them more than they hurt you, right? Is that a truth? So that put me double wrong, because not that I hurt you, but that I did it doubly, or 3 times as much, or 4 times as much, or just say, okay, fuck it, the rule book is out. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, how I'm gonna do to you, just because you did whatever you did to me. Two wrongs don't make a right. Even if they in the wrong, walk away from it. To stay away from it. You know what? Because thank you, but I can't keep accepting. Whatever they did, whatever you did. I have a problem with it, and before it gets nasty, or I allow it or entertain it for it to get nasty, I'll leave you alone. I was doing okay before I met you, right? And that's for everybody you know. You was by yourself first. Even with your friends, you was by yourself first. Well, when you go, what happens? When you go home, your friends go home, right? When you wake up, the first thing you do is run outside to see your friends. That's a must. That's what you have to do. When it's time to pay those bills, even if your friends do have money, are they gonna pay that bill for you? They might. You might have some good people, you know, that have love for you that will do something like that. And I wouldn't put it past, put it past a person, because I could do something like that. But will it be an all the time thing? No. Because then you have to try to find another victim and another victim and another sucker and another sucker. Like, who wants to live like that? When, you can focus on you, do what you need to do, because I guarantee you they doing what they need to do. Especially if you idolizing them. You focusing on how they live. They focusing on how to get them, to make that living, how they presenting themselves. How can I say it? Not even presentable, but manifest. Even if it is illusion, I have to do something. I have to acquire something, and do a combination of things to make this appear the way I want you to look at it. And it's all energy. Or you could say money. Same thing. Energy is money. Money is energy. You got to spend your energy to make that dollar. So there is no difference. Or to make that piece of gold or piece of silver, or that diamond, or whatever, however you getting paid, whatever, however currency you want to say is currency. You spending your energy to acquire that. What kind of energy you giving up? Good energy? Truthful energy? Faithful energy? Loyal energy? Trustful energy? You'll have longevity. If you're doing it the opposite way, cutting corners, being slick, as you call it, being underhanded, dipping in the jars, finagling papers, and all that. Somebody that do that job and do that job well will eventually see the mess ups, especially after y'all been doing it for a while. For the simple fact, y'all get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you get sloppy. Also, when you get comfortable, you get big-headed, you get confident, you get lax. Cause like in the beginning, when you first do it, you nervous as shit. They go through, you like, oh shit, thank God, yo, that was good. Do I want to do that again? I don't think I want to do that again. Then when the money is gone, you're like, hold on. I remember I got a good come up from what I did the last time. It's been a minute since I did that, but that's a plus. I could do it because I haven't done it. I didn't do it, so in a minute. So, boom, that's the whisper in the head. If you act on it, you'll do it again. You'll still have fear, but you ain't gonna have that much fear because, like I said, you already have reinsurance that it went through. Only thing your subconscious or you worrying about is, did I do exactly everything right like how I did it the last time for me to get the same outcome? But then if it come through and you did it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. After you get to the 10th time, it's nothing. They ask you to do it. You like, oh yeah, come on. You know how many times I did this shit? Like, you got nothing to worry about. And just that luck. And it won't even be that you made a mistake. It's that we all have overseers. Especially if you want to have something legitimate, so-called legitimate, what you call it, paying Uncle Sam taxes and, living, the corporate way or however. Uncle Sam is going to want to make sure that he's getting his cut. And he knows how he get down. How he get down. So he's already on top of the game. Number one, y'all actually learned from them. Remember, they the biggest ones. Trickle it down. Government work just like corporate. Corporate just like work, just like grocery stores. Grocery stores, everything got a hierarchy, a chain of command. A boss gotta know everybody's job, or at least what everybody's job consists of. Well, I really say he needs to be able to do and know all the positions. And the reason why, because if I hire you to be doing whatever position you're doing, and I come in and say that how things going, are the things being taken care of, and you hitting me with stuff that I don't know nothing about, and you see that I don't know nothing about it, now you gonna tell me anything. You're gonna give me all different types of prices or whatever, and even if I ask for a receipt, there's many ways of finagle a receipt. We all known it to be done. And then when the boss business go under, he don't know why, he don't know how. He angry because he's the big loser. Even if now the other people that lost their job, so-called job, if they were smart, whatever they was taking, they was stacking, putting to the side for that day when that shit all shut down or whatever, and they'd be able to live comfortably until they need to do, get into something else. And I ain't schooling nobody to be doing no evil shit or whatever. I'm just talking straight natural shit. If you didn't know this, it's a motherfucking shame, because it's happening in front of you every motherfucking day. If you seeing the good, guarantee you the opposite is happening right next to the good, all around the good. If you see the bad, just look around. Somewhere around, you're going to see the good. It might not be as much as what you call the bad, but we could change that around. And also, like I said, you'll definitely see the good. There'll be a speck here, speck there, speck there. But with them, you be like, yo, god damn, I gotta look. Am I by myself? Like, hello, family? For real? And that's in the 3D. You'll be talking like that. Spiritually, you're not even worried about that, especially if you're in tune what you need to be in tune and know what you know. You know you can stand alone because you're never standing alone. If God Himself can't be there for you, I guarantee you, all the angels that He have charged is there before you even open your mouth. But they still want to hear what you call for them, give them that respect. Let them know that you know that they is there to protect you and do their job. You acknowledge them, I guarantee you, they going, oh yeah, yeah, that's my boy, yeah, you spoke my name, you letting these niggas know, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They don't, cause they be acting like they don't even know my name, like I don't even exist, like, oh yeah, thank you, give me this chance, bing, 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 spank them up, and you didn't even touch them, and he spanked all of them. And that's just one. You're not even talking about the multitude that you call that can fuck around and do how they do. Jump. Y'all like jumping? Have fun with that, what you call with the ancestors and the archangels and the angels jumping on you. Really jumping. And it's righteous jump. It ain't the sneaky bullshit and you know, cannot. No, y'all deserve the ass whipping. The way y'all dished it out. Tenfold though. Maybe even 100-fold. It depends on who you are, how you did it, how long you've been doing it, how many people you did it to. So there's a lot of variations to it. So I already know how y'all getting it. Do I have sympathy? Yes. Because it could have been me. It could be me. I could fuck around and get to what you call feeling the way y'all fucking feeling as far as being big headed, that my gifts are my gifts, that what you call I got no hierarchy that's gonna what you call, judge me for my gifts, that I could still fall to that. I'm human. Am I trying to fall to that? No. Am I gonna stay aware not to fall to that? Hell fucking yeah. And that's just for the 3D. But God know what I'm saying. Heaven, yeah. Glory, yeah. Abundance, yeah. Truth, yeah. Justice, yeah. Everlasting life, yeah. And hand it out. Hand it out. But getting back to the ones that's setting people up to come towards me to help them for their plan, but really not doing it that you call to get at me because y'all already know I can't be get at. But to get these other souls caught up. Woe to y'all. I ask God to handle y'all quick, fast, in a hurry. With prestige. Do I want y'all dead? No, that's not in my heart to have y'all dead. But what y'all showing me, y'all can't be around. We can't have you around. Y'all lost. Y'all know y'all lost. And y'all still this what you call serving it up. Knowing that your last breath is coming. Y'all feel it. You're going through it. Physically. Health wise. What, y'all just want to end it? Or I already know. treat the person like a person. Like nothing is wrong with them, even when they doing all that crazy shit or stuff to get their attention. But still treat them as a normal person. I guarantee you that craziness will go away. That so-called craziness will go away. Why? Because it will be getting the attention that has been throwing the tantrum for. Yeah. I could just keep going and going, but I'm gonna let y'all go. With God love, and just be thankful. Thankful for every breath. Thank you for the food that I'm able to eat every night, the roof that I have over my head, the air to breathe, the animals that sustain the planet, and everything else that hold us in place and give us existence from here and beyond, and the unknown, on all dimensions, on physical planes and unphysical planes. Like, if you could think it, it's there. So Phantom God joined and he created everything. So if you could get lost with your thoughts and you know go anywhere with your thoughts, imagine how far his thoughts could go. Because remember, he created everything. He even created you. So your thoughts is coming from him, actually. But it's only pure good thoughts. If you talk about negative thoughts, that that's your elder brother playing games with your dumbasses, serving you up like he's getting served up. These are the things that I think about. Well, these are the things that pop up in my head and how I see it. My side of seeing it. The negative side. Only thing you do is take down, hinder, destroy, block, and don't want to progress, grow. I don't have no understanding. My logic won't allow me to stand that. But now I know to walk away from it. When you drop that light and you breaking it down to the most simplest form, and that person, they agree, but yet they still want to say but, or still want to go back to what they already said when you shattered it in all aspects of the sense. Chosen, smart people drop the conversation and walk away, or drop the conversation completely. But even if you drop the conversation completely and you stay around that individual some type of way will start that conversation right back up and say it's you. So avoid somebody toying with you. Avoid somebody trying to feast off your energy. When you shut them down. Now, if they're amongst a lot of people and you do that, I don't know how they'll respond. They might, they will stay. They ain't gonna leave. That's how they respond. They will stay, and then, like I said, they will try to, get back to that conversation just to mess with your energy. So don't get caught up in that when you see it. Your brother, Easy A, done said some shit that's being presented to you and gave you, the solution. Put a smile on your face, look up at God and say thank you. And pass on the information to somebody else that could use it. Somebody that I might not even reach. You could reach them, chosen or not. Food for the soul, food for the spirit. You're giving me a banquet. You're giving me a banquet with, you know, how I'm delivering it. And I find it funny because there's a YouTube station called The Ghetto Gospel, right? That helped me, or you know, I'm not even gonna. It did help me. It helped me on the journey of going down the rabbit hole, which I always been doing that. Like I said, I wouldn't call myself as a conspiracy theorist, but that's the title that they slapped on people that is smart and tuned and intuitive and know truth when they hear truth, when they see truth, when they apply truth. We don't just run with what is told to us or what the norm says is right or agree on or presents. You don't have to have a lot of jewelry to be a baller. You don't have to have a museum of sneakers in your closet as a museum as a closet just for your sneakers. To say who you are. You don't need 1,000 Rolexes. You don't need every new car, every exotic car ever made to say who you are. Having all that stuff made who you are, or you made all that stuff that made who you are. And say you are one of the individuals or are a individual that's able to, manifest what I just said or have already manifest what I just said and more. Do y'all need all that? Or is even 1% of any of that being used? Without me even having that stuff or even living that life or whatever, I could tell you no. And truthfully, no. That's the answer. And everybody around the world that heard this, no. And the person that will try to prove or want to prove me wrong is the fool. And will prove themselves to be a fool on their own without my help because they answered or wanted to challenge that minute thing. That's something that's just small. Something that you can't even motherfucking see. Smaller than the eye of a needle. Smaller than the most smallest thing that you can see through the microscope. That's how small that aspect or that ponder theory or whatever is worth. And a person will fight tooth and nail to prove somebody wrong on something that's that small, knowing that they can't, even with all the money in the world, manifest what I just said to manifest. Or, because you'll have to keep on going, especially if I'm not impressed. As long as the next video, the next person is not impressed, you're gonna keep on going. You're gonna want to prove and keep on trying to prove and keep on trying to prove. And at the end of the day, you just proving the person that you're trying to prove wrong. Point. The only thing you'll be doing is making a whole lot of noise. Oh yeah, I got this, I got that. Yeah, what you call? What do you got? And what you call? You will never have. Or for what? Are you feeling good? I don't think so. Because you focus on somebody that's supposed to have nothing that you have. Yet you gotta convince them that you somebody. And this, this, the world is a stage. Alright? But please check out what you call the ghetto gospel. I was more into his videos than I went into his his sub stuff that's under his in his channel. He got this the dinner table teachings that brother was giving from there, my brothers and sisters. Check him out. Right, it's called the dinner table, but that's what I was getting back to. That's why I brought him up and giving him light because dishing it out. I'm serving it like he's serving it. God is cooking it up, putting it on the plates, and we serving it. And thank you, my brother, for helping being a part of my waking state. Bless you and your family, and what you call bless and ask God to bless what you call all you doing for His people, because you are doing it for His people. I know that for a fact, my brother. When you know, you know. Peace and blessings. All right. Like I said, as I go on doing other videos, y'all hear about other individuals that that really touch me. That we will see each other. We will see each other. I will be in your presence. I will make it known what y'all have did for me in my life, or how y'all affected my life in a good way. And I thank y'all humbly, real humbly, with all the love in my heart. It, it, y'all have done more than people that's been in my life, with the little thing that you did. So please, well, take it with an honor, because I'm giving you your flowers, my brother, and my sister, your wife. I'm giving you your flowers. Y'all deserve it, and I hope everybody else agree, and not just agree, but profess it out their mouth. So you get wind of it. Type it in your comments and all that, and donate to God's cause. Peace and love, my brother. Chosen with God love the world, with God love. Let's do this right. Let's start thinking how 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 would I want to be treated when somebody's talking to you. Listen to what they got to say. Put yourself in their situation on how they deliver it, the emotion and the impact on how they deliver it to you, and experience it, and see if it holds what you call it. You gotta try to have some type of understanding of whatever you oppose to you, or you oppose to it, or even in agreement to. You have to put yourself there. You got to know what they know. And how would you do that if you never experienced? But you did experience because it's told to you. You see how it's affecting this person. You hear it in their voice. You hear it in the tone of voice, the mannerisms, the cracking of the tones, the whatever is presented to you. And then put yourself in a situation and see how the manifestations of the feelings and what you picking up off that individual or how they delivering it and how passionate they are about it or unpassionate about it, and then reply. I guarantee you'll get a different, you'll give a different reply or reply with more care and concern than just giving an answer, even if your answer is right. Right. All right. So I know y'all tired of hearing me talk. Stay blessed.